You want to make some money? So you've tuned in because you want to hear a little bit more about credit cards, how you can save money, how you can make money, and what credit cards are all about. Let's do it. So, credit cards. What are they all about and why do we need them? Well, let's face it, we don't need them, but a lot of people, as far as I'm aware, don't understand fully how to use credit cards and don't maximise the benefit of them. As a result, they're missing out on opportunities that you are not going to miss out on. Disclaimer: I am in no way a financial professional. The information I'm giving you is based on my personal experience of using credit cards and making the most use of those credit cards and making some money. Do your own research, make sure that you can control your own debt, and make sure you can manage your credit cards before you go ahead, rush out and start to get yourself into a spiral of mess or debt that you cannot control. That aside, I do want to discuss about how I use credit cards, why I think they're productive for me, and how I make money from them. A credit card, what is it? Guys, a credit card is pretty simple. It is a card from your bank or lender that enables you to make purchases using their money instead of your money. Why is that good? Because they've got more money than you have. What? I can buy things without my own money? Yeah, that's right. You can buy things without your own money using someone else's money. The catch being that actually you're going to have to pay this off at some point. You're going to have to pay this back. And the biggest catch with it all is that if you don't pay it back within the grace period, which generally speaking is 30 days, 30 days from your payment date, then you are going to get charged interest. And that interest can compound up and be quite big and heavy and start meaning that all the benefits and rewards of the credit card are completely wiped out and you end up getting in more debt than you would have done had you not adequately managed it. So, I can hear you asking, how do I apply for one of these credit cards? Good question. Go online. There's a number of websites, links down in the description below that give you a wide range of independent advice on which credit cards are suitable for you and the benefits and perks of those. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and give you 5 tips on how credit cards can best work for you. Tip number 1. International purchases, guys. This one is a must for me, and I went away recently and my friend will probably be laughing at this when he hears this. 2 of us had credit cards. One was from the post office and one was from Nationwide. The reason we had those credit cards was because they allow us to make commission-free purchases aboard at the best exchange rate when you're travelling internationally. Now, our other friend didn't have a credit card, so what happened as a result of that is that every time he purchased something, he was charged a transaction fee and a commission fee. Now, if you're doing that 10 times, 15 times over the holidays, it can certainly mount up at £2 or £3 each individual time. Number 2, paying off big purchases on your credit card can be good as long as you can manage the debt. Now, I don't actually make big purchases necessarily on my credit card, but what I do is I use it to pay off my car insurance. If you notice these days, when you're getting out your car insurance, it will ask you if you're going to be paying it in one lump sum or you're going to be paying it monthly. If you pay monthly, what happens is the actual insurance company provide the money that you need for your insurance and they charge you an interest rate. If you have a credit card, a lot of the credit cards now have well beyond 12-month introductory periods, some expanding up to 24, 26 months. You can pay that on your credit card and then instead of paying the insurance company, you're paying your lender back and you're paying it at 0%. When your insurance comes around the next year, you cancel your credit card and you use that to pay off your insurance and incur no additional cost of interest. Number 3, cashback. What? You mean I'm going to get cash back? Yeah, that's right. It's not massive amounts, but it can mount up over a long period of time. Some cards can give you 0.5%, some up to 1% on certain purchases such as fuel, petrol, or purchases in supermarket stores. Over a long period of time, these amounts can build up and can result in several £100s back in your pocket from cashback from your bank. Number 4, air miles. This isn't one particular that I use, but I know it's It's a perk that a lot of other people use. Simply put, you make a purchase at the counter, you get a point, for example, 1 point for every pound you spend. Over, say, the year, you may have spent £20,000 on your credit card, or 10,000. You will then have 10,000 Avios points, for example, which you could use with the relevant airline to fly to Amsterdam, Paris, or if you have a bigger build-up of collection of points, maybe further afield, such as the United States. Number 5, purchase protection. Never actually had to use this one. Section 75 of the Consumer Credit Act permits that any purchases between £100 and £30,000, providing you're paying your balance off each month, is covered by the credit card protection. So if you do not receive your goods or you receive faulty goods, your credit card company is liable to reimburse and cover the costs of those purchases. So it's really useful sometimes to make purchases if you're making purchases for holidays or large items on your credit card, because you know that you are protected. That being said, a lot of sites, particularly with holidays, I found can charge additional fees, which can be significant if you're purchasing a large holiday. However, I think the overall benefit of that for me outweighs the actual cost that you have to pay additionally for paying on a credit card rather than a debit card. Very quick run through of some cons of credit cards, some things to be aware of before you rush out and get that card. It's very easy to get into debt with credit cards. What I personally do each month is when I make a purchase using a credit card and that transaction appears on my statement, I have a separate account, my cash goes into that account, so I know every month before my credit card statement comes through, I have that money separately. That's sitting in a high interest current account, earning interest, and as soon as the credit card statement is required to be paid, I have the money available. Do not purchase things if you do not have the money. It is not a good way to finance large purchases that you cannot afford to pay in the long run. Interest charges can mount significantly. A concept called compound interest. Essentially, it means if you have £100 worth of debt and you get charged £5 interest on that, you don't pay that off. Next month it's £105 and the interest is calculated on the £105. It doesn't take very long for that interest to mount and for it to become an unmanageable debt. Beware of interest charges, pay your credit cards off in full, and make sure that you keep control of your finances. Big no guys, do not withdraw cash from a credit card. They are not good for cash. You will be charged a handling fee and interest on the money once you have taken it out. Do not withdraw cash from credit cards. I hope this has been useful, guys. I hope you have found some information here that you did not know about credit cards, and I hope you can make the most of them. Try and use them to help manage your spending, manage your budget, and also make a little bit of money along the way. Remember, guys, manage your money and debts responsibly, and as always, stay educated.